There we go. So go ahead and put your feet comfortably underneath your shoulders. And, if you can, and most of the postures that we use, the feet straight ahead. There's a few things where when we get wider, then you want your feet to be a little bit more natural. But if this doesn't feel good, then go ahead and change that. Maybe you need your feet to point out a little bit. That's perfectly fine. You want to be comfortable so that you can really get into this. And let's start with putting your hands on your lower abdomen. And we'll do some deep breathing. Do wave breathing. So you breathe in and you expand your belly. And then allow the breath to come up into your chest. And then exhale and reverse that process. Just relax your chest and relax your belly. Breathe in like the wave coming up onto the shore. And then when it's fully spent the energy of the wave, then exhale and let it return back to the sea. This area here, there's a point called Sea of Chi. So you breathe in, expand the Sea of Chi, your belly, and let that breath come all the way up into your chest. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed as much as possible. And then relax. Take a few more breaths just like that. And if you want to release even more tension, it's the same process at the beginning. So you breathe in, the wave comes up of your breath, comes down into your belly. And then at the very end, you just, with your mouth, blow out that last little bit of air. It's very calming, lets you release deep tension. So it's breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. And then at the very end, exhale. And then at the very end, let that last bit of breath out. Release a lot of deep tension. Do that a few more times. And now just bring your arms down by your side. Let's have spinal cord breathing. So for this one, you have your hands closed in a light, loose fist. Inhale and bring your elbows back, open your chest, and exhale, round your back. Breathe in and breathe out. You just round your upper back, curl your tailbone under. If you can, breathe in and out through your nose on this one. And squeeze your elbows together and also engage your glutes back here. Inhale, open and relax, exhale. Just one more. And relax your arms down. Next, let's do the pump. So for this one, your arms just swing up and then your arms swing back and lean forward a little bit. Bend your knees and straighten and bend and straighten. Imagine that you're pumping energy up through your feet. You can exhale through your mouth. let go of some stress, worries, whatever is on your mind at this point. Creating a lot of energy circulation. And as your arm swings back, you're guiding the energy into your low back. This is very good, considered to be a very good exercise for the low back. And also you're pumping the energy up through your feet and your legs and sending that into the low back as well. Two more. And then take a moment to check in and feel your body. Start to feel your blood circulating and the energy circulating. Feel that energy sensation coming up more to the surface. Now let's do knocking on the door of life. So with your knees slightly bent, you twist from the hips and the waist. And relax your arms so that they swing around the front and the back. So in the back, you want to tap right around the back of your waist, getting to a lot of acupoints. So one right in the middle of your low back. That's Ming Men, the door of life. I'm going to stimulate that. Also stimulating around the front, around all your organs, maybe even up a little bit into your rib cage. And now start to tap underneath your collarbone. For this exercise, you can breathe all through your nose, or if you want, you can exhale through your mouth. Release some even more tension as we work through the class. And now start to tap your hand on top of your shoulder, on top of the trapezius muscle. There's several meridians and acupoints up here at this point. Send yourself a reminder to relax your shoulders and your upper back. And now start to work your way back down. And back around the waist. There's a meridian that goes very similar place to your waist, maybe a little bit lower in the front than your waist. It's called the belt meridian. And then slowly take a deep breath, exhale, and allow your arms to swing around to the front, swing around to the back in water waves. Your arms just as if they're trailing through some water, some nice warm water. You can let go of any stress or tensions, worries that you have. Let go of the past. Sink into the present moment. And then slowly let that wind down. Just take another breath and feel your body. Keep checking into your body. It's where's your body? Always right here, right now, in the present moment. Let's do a joint opening exercise for the shoulders. So I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing better, because it has a little bit of a twist in it. So I'll take one hand behind my back, and then the other hand reaches around in the front and then twists around to the back. So that's why I'm turned around this way. And so you twist your arm, so you're wringing out your arm. Thumb winds up facing down here. And then you bring your arm up over your head like a waiter carrying a tray. And then you turn your hips the other way and you twist. So this is more of an external rotation of your arm. So it's the opposite way. And then you bring your arm up over the top of your head, relax this hand, and then smooth your chi, pour all the energy that you were holding in that tray down the center line. And then do the same thing on the other side. You reach your hand around as you twist, the palm faces out and the thumb faces down. And then hand up over your head like you're holding a tray, and then twist. So now my thumb is facing towards the back. And then untwist and send the energy down through your center line, through the areas of the 3 treasures that we'll be working with more later. And inhale. When you twist, it probably feels better. You can make a more complete twist as you exhale. Inhale. Hold the tray up over your head and then exhale, twist, wringing out the energy that's old and stuck. And then picture a shower of fresh energy coming into your body. Let's do a couple more times. And reach your arm around, thumb faces down. Inhale, exhale, twist again. Breathe in and refresh yourself with some fresh energy. One last time. And then arm up over the head, twist to the other side, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bring both your arms down by your sides and take a moment to feel your body. We're just opening up around the neck and shoulders. All right, so put both hands behind your back this time, and you can either just hold your hands together, but if you can, go ahead and make a little like upside down prayer position here. And you can do it lower, you can do it up a little higher. We just want to have the elbows back a little bit. And then let's do slow head circles. So tilt your head to the side and go down over to the other side, not very far back. You just want a little bit of stretch right through here. Just gently get some movement into your neck, into the cervical spine. Just breathe naturally through this. And then make the circle go the other way. And now leave your head tilted over to one side and keep your head this way, but make little chin circles. It works into the muscles on the side of your neck and down into your shoulder a little bit differently. Yes. And then make the circle go the other way. Do a few this side. Maybe you can feel some of the places where there's some tension that we weren't getting before. And then let your head roll around to the other side. And now chin circles on this side. It's a small movement. Gives you a little stretch. Keeps those muscles moving. And then go the other way. And then slowly release your arms, bring your head upright, and take another moment to feel your body. Feel your shoulders. Starting to open up, get warmed up. Let's do moving the body like a river now. So open your legs a little bit wider, and then you just shift your weight side to side by bending one knee, bend the other knee. You can hold on, just touching your thighs, and then allow your spine to start to sway along with the movement. Your hips move first, and then the spine gradually follows along with it. Head is the last thing over to the side. And then you can just stay here if you like to, but if you want to, you can lean a little bit forward. So you're looking, your gaze is down toward the floor about 5 feet in front of you. Keep on breathing. Putting a lot of movement into your spine. And then come to the center and we'll do a forward fold. You can go to your comfort level. You can just be with your elbows on your thighs. Get a nice traction in your back that way. You can hold on to something, some furniture, or if you want, just do a full bend over. Keep your knees slightly bent. And then slowly stand up, put your hands on your thighs, reach your arms up, and release down. Let's do a variation on that. So let's start out the same way as we were doing before. So just gently sway side to side, and that may be enough for you. Depends on how you're feeling today, how your back is. But if you want to do a little bit more, you go over to one side, put your hand on your thigh, reach your arm down, and then look underneath your arm. And then you do the same thing on the other side. Gracefully swing your arm down and then open to the front. Reaching up, stretching along your side here. And then the same thing, other side. On this one, inhale. You're opening in between each rib here. Those intercostal muscles can get really tight. Exhale as you switch to the other side. And then come back to the center and do another forward fold to your comfort level. And now while you're still bent over, we're going to do a little bit of a twist. So you have one hand on your low back And then one hand either maybe on some furniture or your leg or the floor. And then you use that to give yourself a twist. Hand right here at your low back. We're opening up the door of life here. Just do as much as you can. Do not force. You always want to just move gently. And then the same thing to the other side. You can just put your hand on your thigh and then twist. Or if you're all stretched out, maybe you want to put your hand on the floor. You can get some good leverage this way. And now let's change from side to side. But this time, instead of having the arm on your low back, put your arm up. And the more you can get some leverage, the more you can add twist to it. And then you do the other side, either put your hand on your thigh and then put your arm up as much as you can that way, or if you can get down lower, then you twist more. Let's do a couple more times, just once more on each side. Exhale as you twist. Inhale as you change to the other side. Exhale. And then just hang forward again for just a couple breaths. And then put your hands on your thighs and slowly stand up. Clasp your hands and bring your arms up over your head. Get a nice stretch. And then keep your hands clasped and we'll do full body flow. So the movement is like this. You're making your hands go in a big circle in front of you and you lean over as far as feels good to you. So you can just lean over a little bit and make a fairly small circle. Always pay attention to how your body's feeling, or you can make it bigger to your comfort level. Inhale as you stretch up. Exhale as you go over and down. And bring your arms up and out and down. Go ahead and shake your legs out a little bit. And let's just open up around your hips a little bit. So you just tap on the front of your hip joints here. There's some meridians that go right through this area here. Also the femoral artery. And open up all of that circulation. And then tap on the sides of your hips. And tap along the back around your sacrum here. Open up all this area and then work your way back around to the front. And just let your arms hang down. Take a moment, feel your body again. And now let's do a little bit of stretching. So with your right foot, the heel down and the toe up, this leg may be bent a little bit. If you want to, you might want to hold on to something. Put your knee right over your toe so you're not twisting your knee. And then maybe if you're going to hang on, you should hold on this way. All right. So inhale. And then with your palm pressing forward, you stretch down over your leg. Exhale on this part. Inhale. Exhale. So if you have a tight hamstrings, then just go over a little bit. Don't force it too much. Be very gentle. You don't have to hold on to anything. You can just hold on to your leg. And with your visualization, just think of moving energy up the inside of your leg and down the outside and the back. And then slowly change over to the other side. Inhale and exhale, lean over. Start to feel a little bit of a stretch on the hamstrings. Two more times. And then let's take a moment to stretch the back of the calf. So with your hips facing forward or to the side here, then you just bend your front knee so that you can get a nice stretch on the back of your calf. And then bend your knee. Shift your weight back a little bit so that you can get some traction on that, and you can put a little bit of pressure, not too much. And then straighten out your leg again. So that stretches the long muscle that's on your calf. Have your hips facing straight forwards. If I open my hips out, I don't feel any stretch at all. It's a totally different position. So twist my hips so they're facing toward the front. Try to curl your tailbone under a little bit. You can get a little bit better stretch there. And then change to the other side. So hips facing in the same direction you're going. So it'd be sideways for me. And then press into my heel. I'm using some force with my arms here so I can get some traction. And then bend your knee. That short muscle on your calf is called the soleus. And that one does not cross the knee. But if it's tight, it can restrict your range of motion on your ankle. And then one more time, straighten out your knee. And then release that. Shake out your hands, shake out your feet. Still a little bouncing and shaking. When you breathe out, open your mouth and exhale with a sigh. Relax your wrists, even relax your neck a little bit so that your head bobs a bit. One more breath. And return to stillness. Feel your body. you're probably able to feel a lot more energy sensation. We've been accumulating and circulating energy, focusing inside, and that brings that sensation out, brings it to the forefront of your attention. And now just bring your arms up over your head and we'll connect to the energy of heaven. This is very yang energy. Have your hands up. If it is not comfortable for you to have your hands way up over your head, you can just have your hands lower. Go ahead and pull your chin in so that the top of your head is also facing up toward heaven. It's a very yang type of energy from heaven, very uplifting. With your eyes closed, just imagine that you have a telescope looking out into the universe and you can see all of the stars. Expand your mind. The same size as the universe. And now slowly bring your hands down. So now your palms facing toward the earth. Connect with the earth energy. The earth energy is more yin, very calming, soothing. Also, it's the energy of transformation. Like when we do composting and gardening, we can send energy that is old or stagnant or has been blocked down into the earth and have it recycled back as fresh. Feel the energy of the earth. Feel gravity pressing onto your hands. And now let's come to the middle. Make like a diamond with your hands right in front of your chest. And this is the energy of nature. It combines the yin and the yang energies. And that's how we get the 10,000 things. That's how everything comes into being when we mix the yin and the yang. Creates the 5 elements and all things in creation. Connect to that nature, the energy of nature. And then slowly bring your arms down. We're going to do a swimming dragon flow now. And it's guiding energy into the 3 treasures, the treasure of our physical energy, which is living down here in your lower abdomen, the treasure of our emotions, encouraging balanced emotions in the center, energy center. And then we'll guide more energy up into the head, the mind or consciousness. So it starts out with just shifting your hips a little bit. One hip goes forward and the other hip goes forward. And it's actually a very childlike movement. It's just the arms swing around to the front and then pull in. So let's make that a little bit more Qigong-like. So as you swing your left hip forward, your left arm comes forward, and this is the back of my hand here. So you can see it better. And then I just pull that in. I'm guiding energy into the lower abdomen. Same thing on the other side. Back of the hand comes right to your center line, and then pull in energy. Same thing again. Just keep repeating that. So it's swimming dragon flow. We're guiding the energy into our energy centers. And down here into the place where your life energy lives. You can exhale on this part and inhale when you pull your hands in. Or if you feel like you want to move a little bit more rapidly, you just breathe through and make a very graceful movement like you're swishing your arms through water. Go right to the center line and then pull in. We have other exercises where we kind of reach around and pull in, not this one. This one is much more simple. Just out and in directly on your center line. And now let's take some energy in up to your heart center. Pull in, and then you swing the other arm around. Let's do a few slowly. Inhale on this part. Exhale as you reach to the front. Inhale as you pull energy in. Fill this energy center with abundant energy so you're able to express yourself joyfully, with compassion. And then if you want to swim it a little bit more easily, you can just breathe through. Keep your knees bent. And now we'll start up to your forehead. So pull energy into your forehead. The center in Qigong is called Shen. It's spirit, mind, consciousness. Now in this one, you pull energy in, and then when you want to release things that are old or stagnant or ways that you're blocked, then push down as you twist. Then the other arm comes front. You pull in fresh energy. You can release old stagnant energy. And then the same thing again. And once you get the movement, you can have it three parts, 1, 2, 3. Then you can start to take the edges off of it. That's how I think of it. You just move through it. If you need to still have it be 3 individual movements, then you can do that. But eventually you'll want to let it swim. And now let's start to work our way back down to the chest. You can imagine you're pulling golden light into your energy system. And then down to your lower dantian, your life energy battery. Keep charging it up so you have plenty of vitality, plenty of energy for the rest of your day, the rest of the week. And then just spiral your hands in front of you like you're circulating a big ball of energy in front. Your hips still one hip forward, the other hip forward. It's really not any of a no twist of your spine. It's just your hips moving forward and back. And then just feel the energy ball between your hands. And then take your right hand, let it face down toward the earth. And your left hand, let it face towards your lower abdomen. Imagine you're pulling energy up through your hand and through the arm, down the torso, into your lower abdomen. Same thing with your legs and your feet. Energy comes up to where you're focused, right here in your lower abdomen. And then put your hands in front of your chest and reinforce that energy into your heart center. You can feel, actually, it can be any color you prefer, but to me, golden energy being ignited in the heart center. And then up to in front of your forehead. Making sure that your mind isn't cluttered with a lot of repetitive thoughts. Have clear thinking and access to creativity, inspiration. And then bring this, your left hand up so that you're facing, palm facing heaven. And same thing again. Send energy to your lower dantian, charging your life energy battery. Or you could think of it as making deposits in your energy bank account. And then to your chest. Assuring yourself you have balanced emotions. And then to your forehead. Opening up your brain to wisdom and enlightenment. And then have both hands come up over your head. And let's have pulling down heaven. So bring your hands down the center line, then inhale up over your head and bring energy down. Firmly establishing the connection between your head and your heart and your body's energy. Clear lines of communications between all of your energy centers. And now bring your hands together, cross your hands at the thumb webs, feet together. And bamboo in the wind. Just let all that energy we've been working with, accumulating and circulating, let it be absorbed into your system. Let's take a couple breaths here. And then relax your arms down. Let's do a kind of a breathing meditation. I had mentioned before we started that we were going to do some breathing exercises that are for allergies, or possibly if you are starting to feel congested from maybe a cold or something like that. So for this one, you will want to sit somewhere. First, I'm going to show you some acupoints that are really useful for this. So if you've ever had acupuncture, there's an acupoint right here. It's in this area. It's large intestine 4. And if you come, this is that this bone here is right here, comes down from between these two joints, and right about in the middle of that, that's where it is. So it's not here in the soft part of the thumb web, it's more over toward the bone. When you're doing acupuncture, then you have to be very accurate, but if you're just using your thumb, you can kind of squeeze and do a little bit of massage on that. Large intestine. What's the function of the large intestine? It's to take away wastes, right? So this point is used for a lot of things in acupuncture. I'm not an acupuncturist, but I do a little bit of acupressure here. And I just want to show you how to do that. So it's right there. And the same thing on the other side. So you're pressing more toward the bone in the middle of this area right here. It may be tender. That probably means it needs some work. Okay, so if you feel like you might be catching a cold, this would be a very good point to work on here on both hands. And also there's some sinus points on the face. So this is large intestine. What number is it? 20, right here. So it's by the side of your nose here, like this. And your cheekbone is right here. So it's in between that. You kind of press around and look just see how it feels. It could be really tender. If you have a lot of congestion going on, this part could be pretty tender like that. So you just gently work it. And if you feel like you're catching something, maybe you can stave that off. I just do little circles. You could tap on it if you wanted to. I like the pressure a little bit better. And then there's one on the stomach meridian. So the stomach meridian starts right here underneath your eye on this orbital bone here. That's stomach 1. So if you're looking straight ahead, it's right in the middle of your iris of your eye. And then you go down to just below the cheekbone right here, right in the center. And you kind of press up into the cheekbone. And this one can be very tender as well. So you work on it gently. And if it's very tender, you might want to lighten up. If it's not feeling tender at all, you might want to just kind of look around, see if you can find a spot that needs work. And then go ahead and relax your arms down. Now your face is all pink. Okay, so the breathing exercise is for allergies. It's also for strengthening your breathing muscles, especially the respiratory diaphragm that's right here. Kind of divides your torso in half. Very good for longevity. So it's alternate nostril breathing. So the way we do it is you take these 2 fingers and put that right here on your forehead, just so you have something to rest your hand on steady. And then you use the thumb or the ring finger to close. So here's how you would go. You inhale. And now close the left side as you exhale. Keep your fingers like that and inhale. So now you're only breathing through one side and then change. So now closing the right side and exhale. And then inhale. You may notice one side's more blocked than the other. So after the inhale, that's when you change to the opposite side. So exhale, remain on that same side, and then inhale. So and take a nice breath. So you're having to use your lungs and your diaphragm. And then when you exhale, change. Exhale and inhale. And then change to the other side. And continue. So it's inhale. Change and block the other side. Exhale. And inhale. And continue. So on one side, you always have an exhale and an inhale. Then you change to the other side, exhale and inhale. You can use either hand for this. You'll probably notice that one side is more blocked than the other. There's a rhythm to that. Throughout the day, it can change. Maybe at night, it's more on one side. And then in the next day, it's changed over to the other side. Or if you sleep on one side, the side that's up might wind up being more open. Let's take a few more breaths this way. And then after your next exhale, go ahead and rest your hands down in your lap. Take some nice, easy breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Keep taking a few more breaths. During this exercise, as you've been breathing in and out, added a little bit of vibration into your sinuses. Actually, the sinuses are very large areas inside your head. And as you're doing this breathing, you release a chemical into your bloodstream that is very relaxing. It's known as a vasodilator, and it's called nitrous oxide, not nitric oxide. It's not the laughing gas. It's something else. It's a natural chemical that helps to regulate your circulation. Take a few more calm, relaxing breaths and start to notice how your head feels. It may take 5 or 10 minutes, but what I've noticed when I do this is that after I'm finished, then I start to notice, oh, I'm breathing much more clearly. practicing doing basic things well, like breathing, which we do anyway, 24/7, might as well do a good job. And then take one more breath and go ahead and open your eyes. Maybe turn your head a little bit and stretch and breathe your way out into the day.